much exposure for it as possible? Because HiddenHeartRadio.com is plug-in local and national podcasters with the opportunity for more web and radio exposure. With our staff of cameramen and audio experts, we supply the technical tools needed for your podcast to reach a much wider audience. Now, you have a studio set location and access to professionals using professional equipment to film and record your show. And you get to go and upload it wherever you want. But I bet you're wondering how much all this top-notch access will cost you. Well, that's the special part, $60 an hour. That's right. You can access our studio, our staff members, and our equipment for $60 an hour to film and record your podcast. So let me ask you again, would you like to build a podcast? Good. Call 414-366-7102. That's 414-366-7102 to make an appointment with Eleazar Maldonado to get you started.
The Morning Shift Mke Uncut. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on HiddenHeartRadio.com. Real topics, real news you can use. You dig? You can also catch us at the Post of the City page on Meta or Facebook or HiddenHeartRadio.com.
Pitch control.
The Morning Shift Mke Uncut on HiddenHeartRadio.com.
Are you finally ready to look into your real estate? Are you finally prepared to have a conversation about your finances? Because in life, there's never really a more perfect time than the present to get prepared for your future. And wouldn't your future feel a lot brighter with answers from someone ready to dive into the conversations and answer your questions? So let's walk into our purpose and step into our greatness with an author, a real estate expert, and a financial literacy guru. Let's go on the journey with Coach Erica. Presented by the Morning Shift Mke with Sire William. Every Friday at 10 a.m. Only on HiddenHeartRadio.com.
All right. Good morning. It's me, Coach Erica, checking back in. Hello, world. Hello, Milwaukee, surrounding areas, racing, Kenosha, all the way to the West Coast, Arizona, my people in Arizona, all the way to the East Coast, my people in Florida that are all tuning in. Welcome back to On the Journey with Coach Erica, the only show every Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., where you are going to get great conversation around mindset, money, and real estate. So how has everybody been here in Wisconsin, Milwaukee? We got our first little snowfall yesterday, and of course, to be expected, there were accidents, people was driving crazy, all the things were happening, commutes were taking longer, but that's just one of those things we can't control. We just can only prepare for that. So unfortunately, winter has arrived. It's here. So if you're not ready, you better get ready, because I'm sure there is more snow to come. So stay ready, y'all. But I'm excited to be back. Per usual, we have another phenomenal guest. I'm not going to let you know who it is yet, but we have another phenomenal guest. Listen, I told y'all, stop sleeping on our city, because we have some bad people here, y'all. And when I say bad, I mean they are doing it. They are successful. They are knowledgeable. They are assets to our community. So stop sleeping on Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're doing very big things over here. So she will be joining in soon to give us all the knowledge. But per usual, I want to circle back. This is show number 4 for me. So I'm super excited. Shout out to Sire Williams, the Morning Shift Mke of Hidden Heart Radio. This would not even be happening if it was not for him. I am so grateful. And next week is actually Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving came extremely fast. I'm not even ready, but it's here, but I'm making myself get ready. But I feel like it is the perfect opportunity to talk about gratitude, being grateful, right? Let's get back to gratitude. We always have so much conversation, I feel like, day to day about what's not working right, what happened, what went wrong, right? But do we ever actually take the time out to think about, what am I grateful for? What's my gratitude? Let me tell you, on this journey, you have now for a couple weeks in a row have heard me talk about my journey, and my journey has not always been great. It has not always been fruitful. It has not always been success, but that's why we call this journey to success. Okay. It's a journey. Success does not happen overnight. It takes time. It's a process. And so one thing I have learned is to be very appreciative and grateful and thankful for the things along the journey. So with that being said, I actually want to give some shout outs this morning, because I may not say it every day, and lately life has been extremely busy for me. Sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going, but hey, I'm out here making it happen and see this vision and this journey of mine come through. So that's a part of the process. But let me just, number one, start with my family. It's a lot of y'all, so don't feel away, because I right now I don't have the time to list everybody's name, but shout out to my family. You know who you are. You know who you are. I'm very appreciative for the family that I have. They 100% support me. They listen to all my ideas, all my thoughts. Even when it's not great, they are there supporting me, a listening ear, and I'm appreciative of that. They show up and show out for everything that I do, and I can't ask for anything more. So shout out to my family. Shout out to my mom. Mom, you know how I feel. You are the best. So I'm very grateful for family. I'm very grateful for my friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but I have a best friend. Shout out to my friend all the way in Jacksonville. I know you're on the line. Shout out, girl. I appreciate you. I'm just thankful. Shout out to Josh. I know you're tapping in, listening. You are a big asset on this journey. Appreciate you. Shout out to my family at work. They have also been supportive on this journey. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to just the people that I don't know. It's a lot of people that tap in, whether it be social media. I've met you at a book event. I've met you at a vending event. The encouraging words, the time to share my post, the time to take, whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever that looks like. You tapped in, you listened to the show. You have showed support in some type of way. I'm so grateful. So this is my opportunity to show gratitude. Again, I may not always can tap in and say it, but I am very appreciative and very grateful to have the people that I have around me in my circle. We've been talking a lot on the show, and it's so important and so vital to have positive people and good energy around you. Listen, energy does not lie, okay? If you got that negative energy, stay far away from me. I don't want that around me. So energy is everything, and having assets and having people of asset, around you who brings value to your life. So shout out to everyone out there who is possessing that good energy and spreading that good energy around the world. I also want to circle back. We've been talking a lot about what we call this journey word. Yes, the journey word. If you don't have a journey word, you need to get you one. Let me tell you what it means to have a journey word. That journey word, that one word, should let individuals know what your focus is for 2025. This year is over. We need to already, again, I can't stress it enough, know what our focus is for the new year. Quarter one goals. You hear me talk about this a lot. Quarter one, from January to March, you should already have those quarter one goals already created. So you should have your personal quarter one goals already established. If you are an entrepreneur or business, you should have a whole separate set of business goals for your business or whatever you desire. That should already be created now. And this journey word, let's get on point. Let's get focused. Okay. Y'all heard me say it, and I'm excited to say it again because manifestation is real, okay? And multiplication, yes, Coach Erica is multiplying. All of 2025 and beyond is going to be multiplication in my life. Let me tell you, I can't give it all away, but it's already happening. Multiply, multiply, multiply. It is happening. Everything that I do will multiply. Everything that I touch will multiply. If you are associated with me, you're going to multiply just because you're greater in the presence of me. Multiplication. I cannot say it enough. My journey word is multiply. Okay. I would love to hear what your journey word is. If you would like to call into the show and share your journey word, but everybody needs to have a journey word and should already have identified what their word is for 2025. So we have one of the things, for those of you that don't know, that maybe may just be tapping in for the first time to the show, I myself am also I'm a real estate investor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a social worker by career, and I'm also a published author. And my books, Journey to Success and Journey to Success, The Unforgotten Teen, all the things you don't get taught, is all about financial literacy, financial education. We don't do enough of it, in my opinion. We don't start early enough. We need to start sooner. We should be having these conversations in our household young. And I mean young. Nobody's too young to learn how to be responsible with money. And there's so many creative ways that you can teach a little one to learn the concept of money, just even the concept of saving. We need to start that early. So in my books, both books, one of the concepts that I talk about is the RIB formula, RIB. Yes, like your rib cage, right? Our rib cage is so important, and the RIB formula is so important because let me tell you what it stands for. So it stands for real estate income, investment income, and business income. Yes, if you don't have it, you need to get it, okay? These are 3 ways in which you can start to build some wealth for yourself, okay? We need to get on board with that. So maybe real estate may not be for you, but I'm always going to be the coach that tells you home ownership is the way to go. Renting is not the way to go. I'm just being real, y'all. I'm a real estate investor. When you're renting, you're putting money in my pocket. You're putting money in other real estate investors' pocket. And that's just the truth. That's just what it is. And that's just being transparent. So I'm always going to encourage you to go the route of home ownership. You don't necessarily have to be an investor or landlord, but get you a home for you and your family. We're going to further elaborate. There's so many things of how just you having a home can position you. And that relates to what we've been talking about for weeks now, about your mindset. When your mindset elevates and it changes and your perspective grows, you understand why having a home will help you. It won't hurt you. You just got to go about it the right way, but it will absolutely help you. If you don't have investments, I have some amazing people lined up for the show. I'm so excited. I can't wait, y'all, but we have some more great people coming on the show, and some of them are going to be diving more into investments. Do you have some type of way you're investing? Do you have a Roth IRA? Do you have a 401k through your employer? Do you have a 403b? How are you investing? Are you investing in stocks? How are you making your money grow for you? Like I always say in my coaching program, listen, if your money is not making money, it does not make sense. I personally don't care how much money you got sitting in the bank. My question to you is, how is that money making money? If your money is just sitting in the bank, let me be the first to tell you it's not doing anything for you. For those of you that don't know, here's a little tip. Most banks, when you have a savings account, you are only earning anywhere possibly from 0.01 to 0.03% return on interest. That's nothing. How is that making money for you? That's not making sense. Your money is just sitting there, is sitting stagnant. We want your money to be invested. Your money should be growing, okay? So if you don't got that going, I want you to simmer on that for a little bit. Think about that. Business. I understand that business is not for everybody. And let me be the first to tell you, business is hard, y'all. It's hard. It's rewarding, right? But it is hard. It's a lot of work. I feel like in this, and this is just my opinion, in this new world of media that we live in, everybody can be anything and show anything. But let me tell you, from a real business owner, business is hard. Business is a lot of work. Business takes a lot of dedication. People have this perception that I have a business. Oh, I just work when I want to work, which is true to an extent. Or I just work 9 to 5. Well, to be very true with you, business, you work more. There's no such thing as 9 to 5. Yeah, maybe you don't have to clock into somebody's clock, but if business calls that you need to be up at 3 a.m. in the morning getting ready, that's what it calls. Is if business calls that you need to, maybe you've been up since 4 a.m., but now you're up till almost 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning working because things have to happen. Okay. That's just what it is. That's business. Because being the boss, it pays a price, as they say, to be the boss. Let me tell you, it pays a price. It comes with a big ticket. It comes with a big obligation. It comes with a lot of responsibilities. And if you're going to run your business and you're going to run it the right way, it comes with a lot of work and a lot of effort, but it can definitely be done. And business income is another great way to be able to get yourself some wealth built, get you some passive residual income coming in. So for those of you out there, we're all gifted and talented in our own way. It's something that you know how to do, that it takes no effort for you. You're good at it. You are flawless at it. You got it. Maybe you need to start thinking for 2025. Maybe it's an opportunity and a time for me to turn this into some type of business income. Stop being afraid. Stop limiting yourself. I feel like a lot of times we are our biggest defeater because it's so easy for us to talk ourselves out of why we can't do it, why it can't happen, why it's not going to work, why someone is not going to support our product or support our service. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Just do, just go, hit the button, go. It is time. Okay. Multiplication, y'all, journey word. It is time to multiply. It is time to grow. For those of you that just checked in on the line, or maybe you're checking in live on Facebook, good morning. We are back on the journey. And right now we've been touching on the RIB formula, real estate income, investment income, and business income. So we will continue to talk more about those topics and have more deeper conversations about it. Because listen, I want y'all to win. It's 2025. This need to be the season of winning. It's time to win. I want to see you win. I want to see you be successful. I don't want to see you struggle. It's so much success out here in the world, and it's enough for everybody. Do you hear me? It's enough for all of us. We don't have to be in competition. And it just hurts my heart every time because I feel like, I'm going to say it, y'all might frown, but I'm a real person, especially in the Black community. We don't support each other enough. I don't understand why that is. I'm still trying to figure it out. We need to support y'all. Together, we are a force. Let me tell you, unstoppable. We need to start supporting. We need to show up. It hurts you nothing to support someone, to acknowledge them, to say something positive, to share their posts, to purchase their product. It hurts you nothing. There's so much success in the world. Let me tell you, so much success, so much room for opportunity. You can do it. It can happen. You just gotta go. And you got to believe. And as I always say, you have to be your number one fan. You have to be your number one supporter. Listen, you got to know you are him, you are her. Because let me tell you, I'm her. I don't need nobody to tell me that. And that's not being cocky. That's being confident. And I need you to be confident. And I need you to believe in your journey. I need you to believe in what it is that you're doing and what you're looking to seek to do and make happen. It will come happen. It will come to life. This journey to success is a process, but it happens. It will come. Just stay consistent. But I know I've been ranting. Y'all know I get real passionate when we talk about mindset, money, and real estate. And that's only because I just want us to do better. I want us to win. But I got to get to our guest because listen, She showed up to the studio today, y'all. She could be anywhere out doing anything, but she came on the journey with Coach Erica today. And I am grateful for that. And I'm so thankful. I'm so excited. We have yet another professional, another lady from here in Milwaukee. I'm putting my city on the map because they sleep on us, y'all. That is doing it. She's a definition of bad. She's successful. She is good at what she does. She's knowledgeable. Okay. She is a real estate professional. She is a licensed real estate salesperson. She is all about serving her community. She's all about serving her clients, in particular first-time home buyers, and making sure that they are going to be successful at what it is that they do. She is out here on a journey, on a mission to close the racial home ownership gap that is happening everywhere in the world, but it's happening right here in the city of Milwaukee, y'all. And so we're going to touch a little bit on that today. She is a part of the Levine Realty Group. Shout out to Levine Realty Group. I see y'all. I have a couple realtors on my social media. Let me tell you, y'all, Levine Realty Group, they are out here doing it. They are clocking themselves in left and right. So that might be the team you want to get with. Shout out Levine Realty Group. But without further ado, I have Miss Vershay Ward here in the building. On the journey. She is here and we are gonna listen in. Welcome, Vershay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. So can you tell our viewers a little bit about you, a little bit about your journey, of how you got here to be a real estate investor and what it is, real estate realtor and what it is that you do. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, last week I actually celebrated my 4-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So my journey started, I guess, as it pertains to real estate 4 years ago.
Okay.
I decided to go to MATC. Shout out to MATC.
Okay.
All the stormers out there. I decided to go there after actually doing almost my full 4 years at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh.
Okay.
Wanting to be a doctor, but switched gears because I started looking into kind of what you do now, investing, right? Like how you can really make some substantial residual income on real estate. And as I started looking into the investing sector of real estate, I saw all of the careers that are tied to the industry. And I mean, come on, we got inspectors, appraisers, real estate salespersons, we have property managers, there's just so many. So I did some research, on just the different professions, and I kind of landed on being a salesperson because that's kind of my niche, my forte. I've always been in either customer service or something dealing with people, and kind of being the connector. So when I started looking into the certification to be a real estate agent, I said, I can do that. I can do that, no problem. So I actually switched gears and I dropped out. I'm a college dropout. I dropped out of Oshkosh and I went to MATC because they have a salesperson real estate degree program at the West Dallas campus. If anybody wants to pursue real estate, I definitely recommend you to go through MATC. It's a 2-year program.
Awesome.
So I went there, and after the first semester, they get you certified to take your real estate test. Once you take your test, once you pass, you are officially now licensed. But you also still have that additional 1.5 years in school because they teach you the ins and outs, like I said, on inspecting, property management, all the different sectors. So I became licensed in 2020.
Nice.
I graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I graduated from MATC in 2021 in the springtime, and I've just been hitting the ground running ever since.
Okay, that is awesome. So maybe someone is just tuning in. If real estate is your thing, Miss Vershay, the realtor, has given us some very good insight on how you can start your real estate journey as a real estate salesperson, if that is the line of work for you. But what I really want to hear even more about, Vershay, Vershay. You do a lot to support your clients that you work with that are looking to purchase a home. And let me be the first one to say, everyone, that is a blessing. Do you hear me? For those of you that don't know my story, my full story is on my website, odomhomes.com. But I always tell people, the number one thing I tell people is your team is vital. I like to refer to the team as your success team. Everybody in anything that you do, even if it's not real estate, you need to have a success team. And your success team is going to be combined of all sorts of individuals that play a part to what you are trying to achieve. And let me tell you, when it comes to real estate, having a realtor that is, number one, knowledgeable, number two, is truly in it for you, and number three, that's gonna have your back and show up is so important. So important. So can you further elaborate like what it is that you do for your clients?
Yeah, absolutely. So you kind of said it in your intro, which thank you for the intro, by the way. That's a great introduction.
You're welcome.
But mainly my clientele are first-time home buyers. Okay. And for me, it's important because there's so much that goes into it that can bring on anxiety. It can bring on a lot of pressure and discouragement, honestly, because we do have a disparity of just the lack of knowledge and the lack of tools and resources. So my main priority when going into any relationship with a home buyer, home seller, investor is that they're heard, number one, and then number two is that they learn something from the process, right? Yes. Because it's so much that can go into it, and it's quick for me to say something, you take it in and be like, okay, I'll sign that contract, get it over with, but for you to actually receive that and it go into your next investment, or now you're teaching your children about it, or now you're speaking about it at church or your social engagements. So yes. I think those are key components to actually changing the culture. Yes. And that's why, information and just the knowledge piece is so important to me.
Yes, and I'm going to thank you for sharing that. I'm going to talk more on that word knowledge. That is so important. I feel like Vershay hit a spot on. We are lacking the knowledge. We need the knowledge. I mean, my own journey when I got into real estate many, many years ago at age 19, I relied on the professional. I relied on my realtors. I relied on my brokers. I relied on the home inspector to support me, to have the best interest of me in it. And in my case, that wasn't the case. That led me into a short sale with my first experience with real estate when I got into it. So it is. And I feel like the process, I know from experience, the process can be very intimidating. And not everybody is really good with saying, hey, I don't really know what that means. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I think I know why people do that. But a lot of people will do that and say, okay, and sign. And you really don't know what you just signed. You really don't have an understanding of what this actually means. So I can very, very much so appreciate when a realtor can show up with integrity like yourself, that shows up with the best interest of the client and will really take the time to explain to them, this is what this means, and have patience, because everybody's a little different. We all on different levels, and that's okay. But taking the time to understand, I always tell people I coach, listen, you slow a person down until you get it. I do it to this day. I am the queen of, or what you're saying is this. I like to talk it back, because my thing is, if I can talk back to you what you just said, then I now know I have a clear understanding. If I don't have a clear understanding, we can't move forward. I need you to take a step back, slow down, and explain, because just like Vershay, the realtor, said, knowledge is key. You need to know what you're signing yourself up for. And quite frankly, purchasing a home, that's a big obligation. That's a big deal. So we don't want you just out there signing documentation and you don't actually know what you're signing and what that means. So thank you for giving insight to that. it's my understanding that you even go a little further in educating your clients, even the things about like credit and like how to prepare. Like, can you talk a little bit more about someone working with you, like what that experience looks like and what they'll be able to get from you?
Yeah, sure. I feel like for me, so everyone is different, right? And kind of you just spoke to it, like you like to speak things back when you're being taught something or when you're taking something in, right? And it took for me, as far as my journey, to understand the different quadrants of personalities that you're going to come across, because not everyone is the same. Everyone learns different. Everyone perceives things differently. I have a coach myself, and she taught me the DISC, personality quadrant format, so where you can understand that some people are more dominant, some people are more, kind of laissez-faire and go with the flow. So it definitely depends. And I really take my time. And the number one thing that I do, if someone reaches out to me, or rather if I reach out to them, is I'm trying to sit down with you. I want to get leveled with you, so I, appreciate and prefer to sit down in person. And that doesn't have to be, super, like as an interview type of setting, but usually I do meet at my office. My office is down in Whitefish Bay. Very chill, laid back, because that's just how I am, but I do think that being in person in that one-on-one setting kind of breaks the ice. And then you can answer and ask those questions, and you can get to know that person, because ultimately I'm in it for the long haul. So this is not a relationship where, you're not going to hear from me after you get your keys, you know. So this is something that I expect for us to cultivate over time. And a lot of my clients have taught me things as well. I have clients in the hair industry. I have clients, that are teachers. I have clients that, one client is a doula. She taught me, like, now I want to get a doula for my first kid, So it's supposed to be a give and take relationship. So that's kind of how I started, is just, sitting down with them and kind of really understanding what are your goals and how can I help you obtain them. And honestly, Erica, not everyone is a good fit, So, and I'm not a good fit for everyone. So I think that is what that time is used for, to really kind of understand and break down, what the expectations are. I think that's really important. And then following through with your second half of the question, is just more so really to understand the process means to understand, like, what you're getting yourself into. Like you said, it is intimidating. So a lot of people, may need to take a step back and be like, okay, I'll come back in about 2 years, but staying in touch with that person, because life still goes on. People have children and marriages and stuff like that. So just being a person and not like a salesperson, keep your humility first.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For those of you just checking in, we have Vershay, the realtor of Levine Realty Group here, that is just giving us so much insight. Thank you for sharing that, Vershay. I appreciate you, girl. Listen, we need more realtors like you, because we need home ownership to increase. Okay, y'all, we need to become homeowners, and it takes a village, as they say. It takes a success team. It takes having quality realtors like Vershay, the realtor, that can be a part of your success team and be a part of your journey to success and help you get to the goals. And that is so, so, so vital, because it's so easy to give up, right? It's hard to push on the journey, but it's easier to just be like, you know what? This is too much. I didn't had enough. I'm frustrated. I'm just done with this, right? You hear so many people say that. I'm just done with this. They didn't got on my nerves. No, okay, I don't want you to be done with it. I don't care if they got on your nerves. We need you to push forward, okay? Here's my thing with failure. A lot of people view the word failure as bad. Let me be the first to tell you, on my journey to success, my journey is still going, and I have failed several occasions. My whole story, how I got here, is through failure in real estate. I failed miserably on my first property when I bought it at 19. I bought it for too much money. To make a long story short, property sold for $15,000 cash to a real estate investor, resulted in me doing a short sale, resulted in me of being completely broke, resulted in me filing Chapter 7 bankruptcy, resulting in me destroying my credits, living paycheck to paycheck, struggling. Okay, y'all, that was my journey many, many years ago. But here's the key. That was a failure for me. But guess what? I'm not ashamed of it. And I actually love talking about it now. And the reason why I do is because on the journey, failures are going to happen, and that is okay. But here is where I feel like we go wrong. It's okay to fail. It's a part of the process. It's going to happen. I hate to be the person to tell you that at some point something's possibly not going to go right on your journey. But the key is to keep going. And if you just heard what Vershay, the realtor, just told us, keep going. It may not, one of the things she said is maybe right now is not the time. Maybe you came into her office and y'all had a conversation and realized, like, you know what? Miss Vershay, the realtor, maybe I'm not quite ready as I thought I was. And maybe I may need to take a step back for 2 years to get myself together so I can be more prepared when I come back to her office. But here's the thing. I don't stop there. I keep going. And it's the same way with failure. If you fail, you don't stop there. You keep going. The thing about failure is to keep going, not to stop. When you're disappointed, when it didn't work out the way you wanted to work out, you need to keep going. In my opinion, it's failure when it doesn't work out and you stop. That's the problem. It didn't work out, or I got too frustrated, or it became too much and now I'm just done. No, that's a problem. That is a problem. That is a problem. That is a problem. It doesn't matter if it didn't work out. Keep going. Figure out, reassess, figure out, how do I move forward? What do I need to change? We got to start reflecting, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes we need to do a little self-reflection in the process of the journey. What do I need to change about this? How do I put those right people in place? How do I gather my research? That is what it's about, to keep going, not to stop. When you stop, again, that is a problem. We have to keep going, even in our lowest moments, even in our failure moments, even in those moments where we might not even be getting as much support as we like. Let me tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, on this journey to success, everybody that was rooting for you at the beginning is not going to be rooting for you in the middle, and they're not going to be rooting for you in the end. And some days you may wake up and you're just like, oh my God, I can't do it today. I got a headache. I'm frustrated. I'm feeling like not successful at all. Hence, I have had days that I felt like that. But you know what? I pushed through. I kept going. I showed up. I delivered in all the things that I do, because I wear many hats, and I show up every time and I deliver, and that's what it's about. And you got to push yourself on this journey. You got to go. You got to push, as I like to say, and you have to keep going and believe and know that you can do it. And if you have at least that one person that you can tap in your journey, in those moments when you need that little extra tap in. Shout out to the people who is out there giving people extra every day. We appreciate y'all. We need y'all. But yes, I am so excited. I'm getting a little passionate again. Sorry, but listen, I get so passionate because this is just my thing. This is what I love to do. And again, for those of you tapping in, we have Vershay, the realtor, here live in the flesh with us on the journey with Coach Erica. We are so thankful and so happy for her to be here. She's a great asset to the community, y'all. She is showing up and showing out for her clients. If you are in the process of looking for a home, or maybe 2025 is in your plans to want to purchase a home, Vershay, how can a potential client reach you if they would like to meet with you?
Well, I'm best reached by text. You can always shoot me over a text message or give me a phone call. Like I said, I like interpersonal connection. So my phone number is 414-299-8074. 299-8074, area code 414, Milwaukee born and raised. I'm never changing my area code. I feel like no matter where I go.
I like that.
I'm also very heavy on social media. So at Vershay the Realtor on all platforms. You can always check me out on socials. I feel like that is a great way to kind of, connect with everyone. And there are some realtors, in other regions that are doing their thing that I get a lot of inspiration from. Okay. So I like to connect with, my clients on social too. So at Vershay the Realtor, or give me a call or text at 414-299-8074.
And hopefully this don't put you on the spot, but I gotta say this. Cause listen, y'all, Vershay is killing it on social media. She does this thing. Now I might get it wrong, but she know what I'm talking about. She does this thing. It's like a day with Vershay, the realtor. I'd be like, okay, let me tune in. What she do today? And it's just, I just love watching it because it's just so interesting to see the day in the life of what you do. It's intriguing. It's inspiring. If I was a potential client looking for a realtor, I think it's great because I kind of get a preview of who I'm dealing with. Who is this person? Like, I heard about her, but I can kind of investigate and get a little preview. So yeah, thank you. I think it's great. I think you're doing great.
That's something that I'm trying to, be more open about, like as my journey, I've had like a lot of probably personal setbacks and because life's right. So I've always been a private person, but I've always been looked at kind of as a socialite. Mm-hmm. So just wanted to embrace that a little bit more. So I believe what you're talking about is Another Day, Another Key.
Yes.
Yeah, Another Day, Another Key is a Instagram Reel series that I started, which just kind of to show like you can take a key out of every single day. And a key to me can be anything. It can be a gem that has been dropped on you, something that you learned that you're going to take with you, for the rest of the year, for maybe the rest of your life. It can be an asset attained, which is, an asset is always something that multiply word, yes. Right? Something that can help you multiply in your life, or, time well spent. I spend a lot of time with my family and people that I love and people that love me. So those are keys. So just, to give a day in the life, and each day I try to take a key from that. I think today is going to be just the motivation, being able to understand where you came from and allow that to be your push to keep going, because, yes. It was at a point in time where you like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get out this situation.
Yes.
And now, you're on to better things. So
I like that. Did y'all catch that? A key is a gem. A gem dropped. I like it. A key is an asset. Listen, attained. We need to get some assets. We need to attain them. And a key is a time well spent. And one of the things, Vershay, that I always stress every show, we get the same 24 hours, y'all. Everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day. And I am really big at pushing people. How are you going to use your 24 hours today? Are you going to sleep in late and start your day late? Are you going to not get out here and tap into the things that you need to tap into, or that little research that you might need to do a little bit more research? You might need to do some networking today. You may need to take some time today to reflect, which we all need to do that every day. But the point is, every single one of us gets the same 24 hours every single day. And you are in control of how you spend your day. How are you going to spend your day? It's already 10:43 over here in the Midwest. What have you done up until this point? How have you spent your morning? Let me tell you, I'm team 4 a.m. Do we got anybody out there that's team 4 a.m., team 5 a.m.? Maybe we even got some people that's team 3 a.m.
Listen, I applaud you on that one.
But listen, time, Vershay couldn't have said it better. A time well spent, or how you spend your time, is so important on your journey. I start my day personally every day at 4 a.m. I am up. I am in my space in my house that I like to go to, and I am meditating. I am talking. Listen, I believe in God. I'm talking to God. Listen, this is what we got today. This is what's happening, or whoever that higher power is for you, or you need to start your day having a conversation, having a little meditation. And then for me, it's the gym. For those of you that don't know, shout out, I'm all about health. I like to say health is the real wealth. We can make money every day, but we can't get good health every day sometimes. And we can't sometimes get our health back. Money we can get back, but keep your health up. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep your health up. Stay healthy. Make some healthy choices today. So yes, again, for those of you tapping in, welcome back to On the Journey with Coach Erica. We have Vershay, the realtor, has been with us today from Levine Realty Group, dropping all the gems, giving great insight. For those of you out there that may be looking for a realtor or have plans for home ownership, I would encourage you to tap in with Vershay, the realtor now. it's never too soon to start on your journey. Even if you're not ready, just having the time to have a consultation with her, she may then can get you, not only help you personally, but also get you connected with some resources that can help you so you can be ready for home ownership and you can be ready to work with her. She is on all social media platforms. If you type in Vershay the Realtor, you will find her. She again is with Levine Realty Group. They're located in Whitefish Bay, 205 East Silver Spring Drive. Or if you want to contact her at 414-299-8074. Or you can email her at vershayward@kw.com. Again, that's Vershay the Realtor here with us from Levine Realty Group. So we are getting a little close to the end, but we're not almost there. But before we go, I really want to touch on why we need home ownership. I want to see y'all be homeowners for 2025. One thing that I always get from people, and I hate when people say this, but I try to like understand, like, okay, let me put myself in their shoes and try to understand why they feel this way. But one thing I get for Shay a lot is I'll be having a conversation with people, and we get on the conversation about home ownership, and I get like super passionate, and they like, well, Coach Erica, I don't want to own a home. That's not for me. I just don't want to deal with that. Yeah. I have a problem with that. We all need to be homeowners. Now, if you don't want to be a landlord, I understand that. Let me be the first to tell you, being a landlord is a lot of work dealing with tenants, y'all, but it can be done. So I get it. That's not for everybody, but home ownership, yes, it is for all of us. We all need to be homeowners. That's what Coach Erica says. I want you to become a homeowner for 2025. There is nothing that can go wrong with you being a homeowner. Vershay talked about an asset attained. Let me tell you, home ownership, that's an asset attained. When you purchase a home, that's your investment. There's so many things that you can do with that investment. I mean, if you buy it for the right price, put the work into it or whatever that looks like, your home may then have equity. Ladies and gentlemen, we want equity. Listen, equity is how I got myself out of debt on my journey. Again, my full story is online, but equity in my home paid off all of my debt. Equity in my home when my comeback 2017, equity in my home paid off my debt, but it also allowed me to attain more real estate, rental properties, and I kept going and I continue to go. So that's just one of many ways of how having your home, a home for you and your family, can very well so be an asset attained that can help you on your journey.
Absolutely.
Also, it's time to start building, I'm sure Vershay agrees, generational wealth. Okay. That could be a way for you to pass wealth along to your family. You just can't go wrong with having a home for you. You just can't go wrong. So I would love to talk to somebody out there who feel like I never want to buy a home. Please call me. I'm willing to meet you so we can have a whole conversation about this, because there's nothing wrong with owning a home. It can't hurt you if you do it right, if you are knowledgeable, if you are asking questions, or if you're taking time through your journey, through your process. You cannot go wrong. So, and then there's also, I've done some research, and actually the National Association of Realtors actually did an article that was 2023 that talked about the disparities in home ownership.
Yes.
And let me tell y'all, it's a problem out here. The research actually shows that African Americans, Black people, we are buying at much more lower rates than white people, than Asian people, than Hispanics. Why is that? We are getting denied for mortgage loans at a much higher rate. Why is that? And I feel like having people like yourself, honestly, that is really out here with a good cause, with a good mission, who's in the right place, who's in it to not for self, but to really see people win. We need more of that, okay? That goes back to what I said before. We need more of us supporting each other. Let's share the wealth. Let's share the resources. If you know someone or know how to help someone, whether it's just a resource, whether it's a person they can call, pass that along. Let's do better as a community. Just in general, it doesn't matter what race you are. Pass it along. Pass the information along. Let's be a helping friend to each other. We need to come together. We need to change this. This is a problem. Do you have any, I guess, perspective or insight on things maybe you've seen as to why you think this may be a problem that's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, in regards to the disparity and the racial home ownership gap, there's a racial wealth gap as well. So that's pretty much where it stems from.
Okay.
Number one, it wasn't until, the 60s where Black people were actually legally allowed to not only purchase home, but practice real estate and things of that nature. So it's something that we are catching up to. So that's when you speak about, the home ownership as it stands now. That's why, of course, white Americans are leading the pack with that. But we're in that race, and like you said, it takes people like myself, and it takes, non-predatory lenders, and it takes the knowledge and us being able to have access to the grants. I work with amazing grant organization here in the city, Axe Housing, where my buyers receive up to $10,000 in grants. That's helping a family because home ownership is important to what you say. And everyone should own a home. However, it's all about the timing. So I'm in a space where there's never going to be a situation where I'm going to, force that decision upon someone, because you want to have it and keep it. You want to nurture it. Like you said, you want to build your equity and things of that sort. So if you jump in too fast, or if you're not there mentally, then it will kind of bite you in the back. And you can always, recover from that. But if you can prevent it, then why not? But when it comes down to the racial wealth and home ownership gap, that is a very important reason why I am in real estate now and why I work with the clientele that I do, because we definitely have so much promise there. And I mean, when it comes to multi-unit properties, it comes to two-family properties, single families, condominiums, commercial properties, we definitely want to take more stake in that land for sure.
Yes, no, all great information. Thank you. Again, world, it's a problem. Right from my notes, I was doing a little research to prepare for today's show, and it is right here in black and white. And the research is showing that Black renters are spending more than 30% of their income on rent. Come on, y'all. It is time to become home owners. I tell people all the time, like, the money you're spending on rent, you likely could pay half of that if you just go out and buy a home and purchase your own home. So my encouragement to everyone in the world, even if you're not ready right now, maybe that be financially, maybe you need to, look at your credit, get some things in order, or maybe your mind is just not in the right space right now. Because I think Vershay hit it key. Your mind has to be in the right space. And that is why on this show, we don't just talk about money and real estate. We talk about mindset, because I tell everyone that I work with, if your mind is not, if it's not there yet, I can talk you to your blue in the face. We can meet every day. You're not gonna get out of it what you need to get out of it. So it is, our minds are so important, and our mind is such a powerful thing, and it needs to be in the right space in order to get us where we need to be on this journey. So I 100% agree. Mindset has to definitely be in the right space before we purchase a home. But again, you know, those other things as far as our financial profile needs to be in place too, so we can be able to access the mortgage loan needed and walk into banks confident and walk into banks ready and prepared. And this is where soaking up knowledge, y'all, knowing how to prepare for home ownership, knowing what it takes to where your credit needs to be, knowing how much money you need to have saved, knowing that you can't have certain things on your credit report. These are things that we need to know. So we need to prepare for that, and we need to help each other, share the knowledge, share the resources. Again, if that's just only you giving somebody a direction to go, like, hey, contact this person. Hey, contact Coach Erica. You know, whatever that looks like. And obviously you can't make the person do it. You can't make them go, but you did your part. You gave them a resource. You gave them a contact. They have to see it through. But I am rooting for us all. Remember, my journey word, multiplication. I want to see us with properties in 2025. I want to see people post and talk about that they closed on their home. They did it. Them and their family is moving in. That is what it's about. It's gonna be our season of winning. I'm just gonna put that out there and manifest it. It's gonna be the season of winning. 2025, we are taking over. It's gonna be a lot more homeowners than it was in 2024. But we are getting close to the end of the show. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm so grateful. Again, Thanksgiving is next week. Shout out to my viewers that's listening right now. I appreciate each and every single one of you all. I am so grateful. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so thankful to have Vershay, the realtor, on the show with us from Levine Realty Group, for taking time out of her busy day to be here and be a part of the show and just give us so much great knowledge and insight from her profession and what it is that she does and how she helps her clients. If you are looking for a realtor out there, I would encourage you to contact Vershay. She is a part of Levine Realty Group in Whitefish Bay. She is also on all social media platforms. Type in Vershay, the realtor. You can find her. You can't go wrong. Y'all need to make sure y'all tap in. And I thank you, Vershay, for being here. I'm so thankful to have you here on the show.
Of course, this was great. I appreciate the conversation.
Thank you. Any closing words for clients or future clients? Because we multiplying, we bringing in clients today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, my goal increases year after year, and you know, I guess my final words would just be to, out of those three things, money, real estate, and mindset. I love the fact that you do focus on mindset, because that is a big one for me. I'm an avid reader, so I want to end with, if you would like a book recommendation, I'm currently reading Master Your Emotions. Okay. And I feel like a lot of people tied into their emotions, that's what steers them in certain ways to make decisions. Absolutely. And if you can hone in on the logical instead of the emotional, we can be much further. And that's not even, you know, in a monetary value, but it's just, you know, in happiness and in peace. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. Audio book, you know, physical book, you know, get you something that you can really tap into that doesn't take a scroll of the finger, but an actual, you know, development of the mind.
Thank you. That is Vershay, the realtor, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of the day for the On the Journey with Coach Erica, but don't worry, I will be back. I won't be back next week, y'all. It's Black Friday, and quite frankly, I'm taking the day off, but I will be back the first Friday in December. I will be back here on Hitting Hard Radio, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single Friday on the Journey with Coach Erica, where we talk about mindset, money, and real estate. And as always, let's get those journey words in. Let's get those goals made. Let's keep being great, okay? Let's get out here and make it happen. You can do it. Let me be the first to tell you, you can do it. You can make it happen, okay? Continue this journey to success. Continue to be great. Continue to know that you are she, you are him, you are doing it. You got this. And as always, get your mind right. Get your money right, and get moving today. Remember, we all have the same 24 hours today, and it is so vital in how you use your day. Until next time, I hope everyone has a safe Thanksgiving. Eat well, be great, be grateful. Make some time to let those people know that you are thankful for them, okay? Write out what you're grateful for. We all got something to be grateful about, okay? Until next time, stay well. See y'all soon.
Yo, 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 for the most newest music, the best music from the old school music to today, catering to the independents, hittinghardradio.com. Radio you can watch, the pulse of the city.